Hey, John. Our moderator said yes. $1.50. Donate. We can get a permanent camera. Yes. Thank you, John. And while me and John is chatting, y'all can get your mats. If you're going to stretch out, get your weights. If you're going to lift weights, get a chair. If you're going to do chair exercises, thanks for the love. Line up if you walking wall to wall. Stand up if you're walking in place. Jump on your bikes. Start your treadmill.
Power on. Speed to smooth.
Yeah. Here we go. Yes, y'all. Yes. Thanks for coming on the walk. Thanks for coming on the walk. Like, comment, share. Tell an uncle, tell an auntie, tell a cousin, tell a friend to subscribe and exercise with me. And speaking of subscribers, we got new ones, John. Thank you very much. I think we lost some old ones. But everybody that's here exercising, thank you very much for encouraging me. Let's knock out this 45-minute walk. Okay. Yeah, y'all. Okay. All right. Yes. They're doing some construction next door, but I don't hear anything now. We always start out slow and easy, honey. Yes. Oh, a lovely day, y'all. A lovely day. Ha ha. Yes. Oh. It's hope is always on the horizon, honey. And nothing is over until it's over. Yeah, y'all. But I just want to take a minute. Now, throughout my adult life, I have complimented women on motherhood, on decision making, anything what my friends share with me. I'm not the friend that you have that's going to go against you. And they always made it seem as if I was asking them for something. Oh girl, what you want? Look at her. And some of them said, oh boy, showing that shit. Because they couldn't believe that I could compliment them. But they never looked at me and said, the fact that I'm standing before you is that I have to compliment myself every day to get into gear and do what I have to do. Every day. So, that's how the complimenting goes. I give it to myself, give it to women, men too. But not too much to men, because then in their eyesight, that means it's sexual. So, we don't want that. We don't want that. So, I try to keep my compliments down. But I have always found women to be fascinating, mothering types, good friends, and let me tell you what nature does. Uh-oh, John, you may want to plug your ears. Ha ha! Nature connects us. If we're around in each other's orbit too much, we start our menstrual cycles real close to one another. It's like every month it gets closer and closer. That's how connected we are as women. That's just how connected we are as nature. But it's the cults that drive us apart. I couldn't understand. They call it woman's raft. But as a child looking out, as a young person, you're standing on the side, you say to yourself, well, what happened? Why is she so angry? And you don't know until you become an adult. For me, it was when I went to Charleston, South Carolina, to my grandmother's Southern Baptist cult. And I saw the birthplace of that anger. And I didn't deal with it. I tried to stay away from it. I had cousins, girl cousins, who would turn that raft on me. And honey, when they fought or when they attacked like you is the one that made Adam bite the apple. Honey. And it was accepted and tolerated by women and laughed by men when we attacked one another. And as a teenager, I basically pushed my cousins off because, after a while, and then I had to catch myself. Now I was like, you ain't doing no time. This ain't a lifetime commitment down here. Don't get caught up in this shit. And I would just try to push them out my way, push them off me, and my mind always was on getting out. And I made up right there in my mind that I would not fight women. I had no anger with them. I was taught the same thing they were taught. So when I see women get together and make something happen, I get so happy. I get so excited. It's so el natural. It's so natural. There was a report a long time ago that said in time of catastrophe or something like that, women will gather. And they gather the kids, they gather what we're going to do next, clothes, it's raining outside, how can we find shelter, we have to go there, this Lord, we have a house tomorrow. And they all got together to work it out. And that's who women went to first, other women. El natural. But the cults don't teach you that. So I get so excited when a group of women get together and make stuff happen and leave that whole Adam, Eve, rib thing alone. I used to cry when I used to see men punch. They wouldn't just hit them, they would like punch them. And my sister said, stop crying, dummy. It ain't like he punching you. For them it was just so acceptable. But he was punching me. I felt that punch. And that's when I made up in my mind that if there was anyone I was going to duke it out with, it would be a man, not a woman. I build with women. I make shit happen with women. Now, the cults teach you that you're not nothing, that the man is. So, you're supposed to obey him, bow to him, all that kind of stuff. And so when I'm working with women, I work with women, different projects and things like that. And they start dating. I know on her end, the project is done. But I always plan to, I can do it with you, but I can continue on without you. So I anticipate that when I'm working with women. I anticipate that if they're in, because I don't know all their business, we're just doing a project, that if they're in a relationship where the husband is dominant, that anything going on with that project, that husband voice I'm hearing. And you can tell when the husband's voice come in, because you can tell the way the project is moving. So, I know when I'm doing a project with a woman, lady, there's a good chance, if she's in a relationship, it can all change. If she's married, it can all change. I'm not mad at her. I came through the cult too. So I know. Now, on the other hand, with men, when I start a project, I see it through. And they see it through. Because they like competition. I just want the thing done. I want the project completed. I don't give a shit. Whatever turn you on, float your boat. But that's why women don't love themselves, and why they go into the insecurities, and why it's so easy for them to give up. Oh, I used to hear it all the time. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't go on. I'm gonna quit. And I used to always say, you can. You will. Let's just try it this way. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and try it that way. And then eventually, we've tried so many ways, we've got it done. And then they say, wow, we did it. I said, yes, because we can. Because we can. But I understand how women give up on other women because we're trained. I don't mess with men that I know has a woman. I see too many times, well, in my 30s, in your 20s, I've seen too many times when women go after other women, though it's clearly the man who's responsible. But I know she will not go after him. So that's why I don't play those games. I know she's coming straight for me. It doesn't matter. Even if it's an essay, that woman, if a husband or intimate partner essaying another woman, it doesn't matter for her. If she saw that, she would push him off and beat that woman. Because surely that woman wanted to be there with her husband. She would never think that her husband is essaying that woman. We're trained. So, the whole reproductive rights thing, we're in the age of cults. Man-controlled cults with the pedophiles in the robes. Ha ha! Whoo! Essays in the pulpit. Penis baby suckers were cult down. And it's all male dominated. And they're telling you that to have control of your reproductive rights mean that you are going to have an abortion. Because they don't know anything about the woman's womb except where to put their dick. After that, they're lost. Well, let me clear this up. Let me segue a minute. I know I said I was going to stop looking at YouTube, but I couldn't. I had to see Naz, Love, and Smiley, what they was up to. I had to see Rufus the Bull, Noodles at the office. Oh my dogs, honey. Oh my dogs. So, I went back up. But I want to tell you about a special YouTube family that touched my heart. It's called the Beverly Halls. And they touched my heart years ago. I subscribed and looked at their videos when the Allegheny Gories let me get there. Or when they put up something and I get my notice. And it was something where the mother, she has a husband and 3 boys. And it was something with a menstrual cycle period thing, one of her, I don't know, tampon Kotex, I don't know. And I heard the oldest boy say to the youngest, oh yeah, that's mommy's baby blood. Tears started coming down my eyes. Tears, I look at that woman every time and I give her the biggest kiss. I look at her husband and I give her the biggest kiss. Because that's all it is. That blood goes to the baby. It's just baby blood. But when you're in a cult, that's not the reasoning. When you're in a cult, they call it a curse from God. It's the curse. How can blood that's stored in a woman's body for a baby be cursed? It's nothing but that. No baby come, blood goes. That's it. But they don't use it like that in cults. Because men control cults, And during your menstrual, when the baby blood is released, men don't like it because they can't have intercourse. So they make it a horrible experience too. Instead of just saying, oh, baby blood, okay, just get it all out. I don't want it to poison your body or septic or something. Just so simple. But cults don't make it simple. Because the woman is cursed. And that's what she's raised. So when I get together with women, I look for certain things. They give up. They give up because they're told they're not capable of doing it. Heard it all my life. So they give up. Which, like that, is only a half-hearted attempt. When you put your whole heart in something, it doesn't happen overnight. You have to give it a chance to mature and to grow. To come to a resolve. So, I understand what you're going through watching that orange shit stain and his $250,000 rental wife and his criminal family. Yeah, I understand how you feel. I don't feel like that. I don't approach things like that. I've gotten away from women who feel like that. And if we're on a project and we're going along and I see the signs, I always give them out. I said, you know, not really a big deal. It's okay if you can't do it. Or something else is going on in your life that you want to take care of. It's okay. That's in the clause when I work with you. Because if it's going too good, I know you could be having trouble with it at home if you have a man or a husband. I know if it's not going good, you're going to have trouble at home if you have a husband or intimate partner. So when it gets a little too heavy, I say back down. Now, I've had situations where the husband was down like 4 flat tires, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Oh, anything they could do to help the production, anything they could do to help the situation, they was right there. And that was beautiful, and I knew that woman was in it, and she would stay in it until its completion, and she did, and it was wonderful. It was fantastic. But I understand women. I am one. And the roughest time of this woman's life was from 15 to 19 when I landed my ass in Charleston, South Carolina, and that Southern Baptist Church. Whew. And there's a lot of women like that in the Southern Baptist cult, the Mormons, Seventh-day Adventists. Oh! The usual Judaism, Islam, Christianity. Ooh. And they preach dominance. They taught dominance. So I understand. Orange shit staying parading around. The votes ain't even finished counting yet. He got the family, the old Elon Musty. Talking about Elon Musty, who bought votes, who vote through a bullshit scheme. Anybody shocked? Through a scheme, he bought votes with his millions, billions. But he gonna get it. Because this is his way of putting it to South Africa through us. See. So you know whatever that bullshit thing is, whatever that orange shit thing promised him, he hate black people. They kicked him out of South Africa, okay? He hates black people. Yeah, y'all. Oh, but this walk has been so good for me. I'm excited because the next day my legs are so strong. They're so straight. Oh, this is just our water break. They're so strong. They're so straight. And it's like I have muscle memory. Remember I told you I used to go to the gym. I could do 2 hours. Not a problem. 66 came, gravity started squashing me, and shit started going to hell. Haywire. I'm trying to stay away from cult terms. So it is doing me good. My legs are good. Put out my recycling. They're stronger. And like I said, my body is happy. If you're young and you're working out and you're saying, oh, when I get older, I'm not going to want to work out. That's not true. That's not true. Your muscles have memory and they want activation. So if you did it when you were younger like I did, gym rat, don't lock us out. Oh. Oh, man. I love my gym days. Y'all know it. Oh. Just looking at your muscles, pump out your foot, moving that weight, your knees, moving the weight up down, the power of your whole body. I mean, like you're there. You're in this life. You're in the game. Sharing a memory, but I walked through it all. And I'm still walking through it and it ain't even over with. But I walked through it all. You did too. You exercised through it. So that's why you keep a positive attitude. I can't be like what I see going on with these Democrats. No. I don't see that. Exercise kind of keeps you hopeful. When you go to that gym, you know what you're going to do. If you do the arm reps, if you're going to increase the weight, all the things that you're going to do, and you're hoping that you'll be successful at that endeavor. So working out, you're always hopeful. If you're swimming, if you're doing by laps, every time you're hoping to increase your laps. If you're swimming and you're doing time, you're hoping that you can put more time into the swim. If you said 10 minutes, when you go back the next day, you're going to say, oh, I'm trying to do 15. And then the next day, maybe the next week, you say, okay, I did 15 last week. I'm going to do 20. So you're always hopeful when you exercise. Hopeful to meet your goal, to meet your target. So maybe that's why my attitude is different. It ain't over till it's over. We used to look at Wide World of Sports, because that's down south. That was Saturday on the TV. Hee Haw, Billy Graham, or this other one, Swaggart, or somebody preaching, screaming, ha ha! Hillbilly stuff, Wheel McCoys. And we went to 13 because we got Electric Company, Sesame Street. My daughter got Zoom, Zoom, Zoom. I didn't get Zoom. It was horrible. And that's all they had for us to watch. So we looked at Wide World of Sports. What is the saying? We used to sit down and repeat the victory of defeat, the something of something. And it shows the man coming down the hill on the skis and he's tumbling, tumbling, tumbling. And then you'd have the swimmers, something else would be said, and you see the divers diving into the pool. And that gave us hope. Because everyone there was competing in a competition and was hopeful. Even if they went from the top to the bottom, they were still happy and hopeful because they were still in the race. They're still in the race. Because they would have to go through a lot of little competitions and stuff before they got to the main race. So it wasn't over until it was over. And that was my takeaway every time I looked at Wide World of Sports. You keep trying until there's absolutely no way else. I used to look at those athletes, thigh packed in ice, ankle wrapped, knee this, thing that, and if you've never been to the gym, you don't know how much pain them folks was in. Because they were trying to do better than where they were at. And sometimes that's pain. Monday, this leg was killing me. My brain came up with a solution because we still gonna walk. But my brain came up with a solution. Throw on the mesh. You got the mesh upstairs. You ain't just started exercising. You know what this is. And y'all, this is Thursday. I'm pain free. Because you don't stop. You don't lose hope. Because it ain't over until it is over. So that was my takeaway from Wide World of Sports. And they say, so-and-so was here at this time, and then he got this real bad injury, and he had the so-and-so, and yeah, but he's back now, and oh, he's back. And we'd be like, yeah, because listen, when you got Hee Haw and Billy Graham as your choices, Wide World of Sports is the dessert, honey. Cherry on top and everything. And they didn't give up. And I remember as a teen looking at it, I just knew I would not give up. No. Not until I couldn't. And then not giving up. I just can't do it anymore. I watched them run and see that knee or that leg throw out in them and sitting there tumbling. And they would lay there a little while and then they would get up. Their mates would come over and support them under their arm and they would hop off the field. And that's what stopped the race for them. But then the next season turned around, they back in it. So I guess I have athletes state of mind. We didn't do any athletics. No, I don't remember anybody in my grandmother's, I call it compound, doing anything athletic. No. They basically wasn't encouraged to do nothing but go to church and read the Bible. No. They weren't encouraged to study because they kept saying they ain't going to be nothing no way. So, you don't get encouraged to study when people think you ain't going to be nothing no way. But I had an athlete's mind. They told me the same thing. But I was volunteering at the hospital. And I go to the hospital. And they said, girl, how are you doing in school? How you doing? You keep your grades up. You know, you graduate. There's a whole life out there for you. The doctors would say, because especially when I started my classes and stuff, and they knew I knew how to chart and graphs and stuff like that. And they say, graph these blood pressures and temperatures and breathing. Graph them for the patients. And because when I was in school, I got excited. So when I would go to work at the VA hospital, and especially when I got my good grade, I would show them. And they would say, oh yeah, you're grafting, so. And they would do everything so they knew that I could graft. This sweat is coming off. So they knew I could graft. And then they said, yeah, you know, you're going to go to college. You're going to go further. You know, you'd be a good nurse. You'd be good also after you graduate from high school. This is a good trade you're learning. You make a good trade. When you become adult, you can make it. That's what I got when I went to the VA hospital. So, though I was volunteering, I was getting more out of it. Because it got me through high school. Because the cult said, no. Basically, you make babies and you take care of men. And that part So that's how I understand women. If one of my girl cousins was sick, to show sympathy towards her was a no-no. She gonna get up and get her stuff together. She gonna get up and get her stuff together. But if that boy or man had something wrong with them, it was horrible. Oh, soak your foot. You want me to rub it? Do you want me to do this? You want me to something special to eat? Do the... So, I understand women not being able to take care of women. And when I see it being done, my heart is so overcome with joy. But that's something that's not encouraged. It's not encouraged. You take care of men, that woman will take care of herself. You take care of the child and the man, that woman will take care of herself. And that's how they act. Now I'm seeing it a little different. I'm seeing women run into women's aid and help. But it's something that's not taught nor encouraged. It's not taught or encouraged. So, we did it, women. Reproduction rights will be protected. So will democracy. So will voting in our way of life. And I wish y'all exercise with me so y'all can see that too. It ain't over till it's over, y'all. It ain't over till it's over. Just like this walk. Ooh, John. But my legs feel so much better. I can't stop myself now. I wake up in the morning and I move so much differently that I can't stop it now. Now, next year I will be starting my roller skating lessons. When I start them, we'll go back to half hour because the extra time will come from me doing the roller skating. So we'll be back to half hour and then I'll be at roller skating practice once a week. Yeah, y'all, yeah. Whew, I tell ya. But it feels good. Hold on. When I look straight ahead, this works. I'm trying to get rid of this. Trying to walk this, hope this 45 minutes will take that and move that straight down. That's the hope. And then I get ready for the roller skating because that's also what this is all about. If I could pump up the music while we was on this treadmill, woo, so much fun. I just want to be able to skate around that rink to the tunes, to the beats, feel that music all around me. Yes, that's what I want. Boogie, 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 boogie. And just get into that DJ and just go around and around and around and around. And my legs feel good. And feeling that breeze. And that glide. To glide. Oh. And then you bend your knees and move like that. That's how the skates move. Ooh. Yeah, y'all. I'm excited. Because that's what this is all about. Straightening up my posture. Because that has a lot to do with skating. When I lean forward, I fall forward. So, and I remember when I was in the garage doing my practice, somebody came on and said, Vicky, walk on the treadmill before you get on the skates. And then I started doing that. And then it got real cold in the garage. And then something happened. 65. And gravity just took this body and turned it into something. And I've spent all this year trying to turn it back. I tell you. Yeah, y'all. Yeah. Oh. Yes. 45 minutes, y'all. The sweat. The sweat. Yeah, y'all. So, we did a good job. And believe it or not, it's still going on. And ladies are still striking out. They're still doing it because the vote is not over yet. So temper your words. President Kamala Harris, the President of the United States, Kamala Harris. And it's not going to be easy. It's not. It's not. It's not going to be easy. That's why. Turn off those TV. I went back on YouTube. I went specifically for my alligators. I can't think of the guy from the croc farm. The ladies with the dogs, I just love them, especially the young ladies. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad because ain't nobody running up on you. I remember when I got my first dog as an adult. I got my real first dog. As a child, I had to be like 5 years old. Her name was Trixie. But when I got my dog, he was a Westie. They said he was 4 years old and they gave me the paperwork and he was 7. But seeing he lived to 19, we ain't know the difference. And someone said to me, That's your protector? And I said, no, he's my alarm, so I can go get my protection. You ain't walking up on me. You ain't sneaking up on me. I'm not going to turn around and find you standing behind me. I may look down and see the dog, but not a human being. You will never be able to walk up on me like that with my dog. So when I see them on the YouTube streets, and right now I can't even think of their name. There's this young African American sister that has this cortisol. I can't think of that. Oh my God, about 75 pounds. His name is Bear. And then we got another bear, and EJ, and that bear weighs 6 pounds. Squeeze your gut, tuck in your elbow, neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And like I said, I have my Love, Naz, and Smiley, Rufus the Bull, the Duck Farms, Chicken Farms, Alligator Farms. Ooh, Cindy the orangutan and her brother, love them. I think they're out of South Africa. Squeeze your gut, tuck in your elbow, neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And Cindy's beat. I just like the way she be tossing and turning the animals very gently, but she turned them up and hold them by their tail. Oh, you gotta see it. Okay, and then Noodles the puppy. And that Indian lady with her German Shepherd. I get so excited when I see her with her German Shepherds. Squeeze the gut, tuck in the elbow, neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then Lala and the 15 cats and the catios and her unboxing stuff and her building. Lala, the 15 cats. Squeeze your gut, tuck in your elbow, neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, y'all. We did it. Now, this will be the part where I said, tell Granny Luck what you want. And then I would have a name written down because y'all would send it to the Cash App. And I would say, oh, wow. Lucinda sent $1.50. She says she's going to get some dental work and she's afraid. She thinks something will go wrong. Lucinda, Granny Luck sends you luck. You all right. Your teeth is going to be all right. You'll be all right. And Lucinda would get it. But we didn't have anybody like that. So, just John and I. And thanks so much for coming on the walk. Like, comment, share. Tell an uncle, tell an auntie, tell a cousin, tell a friend to subscribe and exercise with me. Hey, John. Exactly, John. Nothing worth having it is easy. Yes. Oh, John, I tell you, a great supporter and a wonderful moderator. Hey, John, I'm going to go upstairs and try to dry off. Thanks so much for your mod work. And I'll talk to you soon. And you guys, like, comment, share, tell uncle, tell an auntie, tell a cousin, tell a friend to subscribe and exercise with me. And you guys have a good evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for coming on the walk.